Hey, welcome to Old and Broke, where we expose the cracks in the financial system before they break you. So, here's a wild question. Could gold hit $150,000 an ounce? Yeah, sounds insane, right? But what if I told you it's not just possible, it might actually be mathematically inevitable? Let's break this down. Right now, the global economy is basically sprinting on a giant treadmill, fueled by debt and money printing. Take the US, for example. The M2 money supply, that's cash, checking accounts, and liquid assets, is sitting around 21.67 trillion. And every time we pump in more dollars, we dilute the value of the rest. This treadmill, it's not slowing down. It's headed straight for a wall. Okay, now let's do some math. The US government holds around 261.5 million ounces of gold in its reserves. If we went back to a gold-backed dollar and used that gold to cover all of M2, gold would need to be priced at over $82,000 an ounce. And that's just for the US, no global debt, no derivatives, just the dollars in circulation. But here's the kicker. That's only part of the picture. The financial system today is propped up by a massive pile of hidden leverage. Global debt, over $315 trillion. Derivatives, some say over $1 quadrillion. And unfunded US liabilities? Think Social Security, Medicare. We're talking $171 trillion. If we had to back everything, yeah, gold would need to be around $150,000 an ounce, maybe even more. So what could actually trigger that kind of reset? Well, a few things. A major currency crisis, a massive debt default, or a complete loss of confidence in central banks? And we've been here before. In 1933, FDR revalued gold overnight, a 69% jump. In 1971, Nixon straight up killed the gold standard to stop people from cashing in their dollars. History's clear. When trust collapses, gold gets revalued. Now here's why governments are terrified of gold. It's honest money. And honest money means they can't just print wealth out of thin air. A gold standard? That forces accountability. And when deficits are the drug, gold is the rehab. Which is why a return to gold. It's not voluntary. It only happens when there's no other way out. But guess what? If gold is so barbaric, why are central banks hoarding it? In 2023 alone, they bought over 1,100 metric tons, a record. Countries like China, Turkey, and Russia, they're ditching the dollar and using gold as insurance. Let's talk fiat. Since 1971, when the US unlinked the dollar from gold, the dollar has lost over 85% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold, it's gone from $35 to over $2,200 an ounce, and almost a quarter of all US dollars ever printed? Yeah, that happened just between 2020 and 2022. This isn't just inflation, this is devaluation. Here's the thing. Gold isn't a lottery ticket, it's a lifeboat. In a financial collapse, gold doesn't go to the moon, the dollar just falls through the floor. So, back to the big question. Will gold hit $150,000 an ounce? Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in 10 years. But is it mathematically justified in a full-blown monetary reset? Absolutely. This is Old and Broke. We don't wait for the headlines, we see the cracks before the collapse. So stay informed, stay resilient, and remember, gold doesn't change, the world around it does.